was one of the global hotspots during the pandemic. Nearly 1 million people were affected, while over 28,000 died in the Big Apple due to COVID. However,
Now, I'm tackling this homeless situation, and it's becoming very obvious that the homeless Americans are being pushed to the side for the migrants. I told people I'm a fair man. I understand why some are coming here because they have problems in their countries. But you have to take care of the problems here with the Americans that served in the military, that paid their taxes and worked here. And it's really becoming, very upsetting to me because as I was at my job sitting there eating my food, a homeless gentleman went in the garbage can and started eating out of the garbage can. I told him to stop, put that back down. I took money out of my pocket. I gave him the money and I told him to go eat. This is horrible what's going on here. Let's get this again.
The impact of the pandemic was felt by New York's poorest. Reports reveal that the number of homeless people in New York reached record levels during the pandemic. Here's a full report.
Although the worst health crisis in a century seems to be abating in New York City, the homeless crisis that predated COVID-19 continues to rage on. When the city shut down last year, the visibility of homeless people, mentally ill, and substance abusers spiked significantly in the streets.
Now that brother right there, I actually know him and I deal with him on a regular basis. He's homeless and he's mentally ill, but he is a nice guy. He's upset because he's being rejected by the system, by New York City, and by the Americans.
Many lost their jobs and weren't able to afford rent. Shelters became overcrowded, and rehab centers were overwhelmed or temporarily closed down.
We need to do a lot more in New York City. I mean, it's very clear both through the number of homeless adults in shelters and those on the streets. Homelessness is on the rise, particularly among single adults. We need resources targeted to folks who...
No, the problem is y'all are a bunch of liars because you had resources, but you gave the resources to the migrants and forgot about the homeless. This is horrible what's going on here in America, the richest country in the world, and you're going to turn your back on American peoples.
Or in those circumstances.
As New York opens up, some workers feel reluctant to return to work in the city because of what they see.
I feel like I wish I wasn't ignoring people or stepping over people on my way to the office. That's like a pretty awful thing to have to do.
According to a recent report by the Coalition of the Homeless, in February 2021, the number of single adults sleeping each night in city-run shelters reached a new all-time high of 20,800.
It's crazy because I'm a public safety officer, and half of these people that they're showing, I see all on a regular basis. And I offer to buy them coffee, bagels, maybe put like $5 or $10 in their pocket. This is what I do from the bottom of my heart. Because I'm blessed to have a place to live and to have a job. But unfortunately, these people are being rejected. This is not right. This is not right, President Biden. This is not right, Adams. This is not right at all.
In 22.
The homeless crisis has resulted in the increase in street vendors in residential neighborhoods like this one across New York City, and often aggressive panhandlers, public intoxication, verbal abuse, and violence.
New York City has recently stepped up security measures to help the city back on its feet. However, the road ahead will be long and difficult.
One of the biggest areas, Penn Station. This is a gateway to the city. People need to feel comfortable when they come into Penn Station. There's been a lot of quality of life issues there. In the past, the NYPD was putting 2 to 4 cops a day there. Now they're dedicating 48 cops a day into the Penn Station area.
According to New York state law, a person cannot be forced.
And before I got transferred to Bryant Park, I worked around Penn Station. I know majority of the homeless people, and a lot of them are just upset because they're being rejected. Or they put them in shelters where they get attacked. So a lot of them said, I'd rather be in the street than being in shelters because they don't even have the shelter system safe. That's another problem. A lot of the shelters are not safe, man. They have to start taking a lot of these buildings that's empty lots. They have these buildings, these empty lots. Take them, hook them up, and put these American people in there. Treat them like human beings, not like animals, man.
Accept help, and unsheltered homeless New Yorkers can't be involuntarily removed from the streets unless they are posing a danger to themselves or others. Officials say they understand homeless individuals' distrust with government and strive to build relationship to grasp their specific needs. Susan Tehrani from New York for WION. World is One.
The video ended there, but them two officers you seen, the one in the blue, God rest his soul, that was my partner. He just passed away a couple of years ago, but that was my partner. And that's the area we work around. Macy's. We go all the way to Bryant Park. There's homeless people everywhere, and people are rejecting them. Like I said, some of the shelters are not even safe. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment on what you think, because I'm a tackler like my brother Philly Dom is tackling the migrant situation. I'm dealing with the homeless because I see this. I see it every day. This is Big Hawk. Until the next video, be safe.